Haunted by Time's chime. I never thought much of my grandfather's old clock until I inherited it after his passing. It was a grand, ornate piece with intricate carvings and a deep, resonant chime that echoed through the house. The first time it chimed in my possession, I felt an unsettling shiver crawl up my spine. I dismissed it as nostalgia, but when the chime struck again, I found myself standing in the middle of a dark, unfamiliar room. The air was thick with tension, and the walls seemed to close in, whispering secrets I wasn't ready to hear. That was the first time I doubted my own reality. As days turned into weeks, the clock's chime became a harbinger of unsettling visions, moments I had buried deep within my subconscious. With each chime, I was pulled into a scene of my own past, moments of fear and shame that I had long forgotten. There was the time I nearly drowned at the age of 7, the shame of a childhood lie that tore my family apart, and other memories I had locked away for a reason. Each transportation was vivid, as if I were reliving the experience, with no control over my actions or the outcome. The worst, however, was yet to come. One evening, as the clock struck midnight, I was yanked into a scene that was not my own. I stood in a dimly lit street, watching a shadowy figure approach with intent that felt undeniably malicious. I couldn't move, couldn't scream, as the figure loomed closer, its eyes gleaming with a familiar, terrifying recognition. I realized, with a jolt of horror, that this was a future I hadn't lived yet, a future I was meant to forget before it even happened. Desperation clawed at my throat as I awoke back in my living room, the echoes of the chime still ringing in my ears. I knew then that the clock wasn't just a relic of the past, it was a harbinger of fate, dragging me toward a destiny I was powerless to escape. With shaking hands, I tried to stop the pendulum, but it moved with a life of its own, its ticking mocking my futile attempts. As the next chime approached, I understood that some memories are not meant to be forgotten, and some futures are inescapable.